I've been a blacksmith armorer for over 30 years. I've created weapons for over 200 feature films. This is Man-at-Arms. I made a full-scale pattern for Skyrim's Orcish by making a photocopy and blowing it up to 60 inches overall length. I'm going to have to put in extra effort on this to make the sword look like it was built by an orc. The Orcish has a 5160 hardened steel rough forged cutting edge. This is the type of steel they use in Mack truck leaf springs. After I've cut out the rough profile on the bandsaw, I'm hammering in the bevels. I have to use the forge to heat the metal so that it'll be able to be manipulated. It's a time-consuming process. It takes as long as it takes to get it done right. Using the belt grinder really refines the shape that I have initially established cutting out with the bandsaw. Even though it's an orc weapon and supposed to be crude, I want to give it kind of a refined crudeness. I put it into the heat treating furnace, brought it up to 1550 degrees, brought it out, put it into the quench tank with oil. I had a little bit of a problem with this blade. It barely was able to be immersed into my quench tank. I was able to finagle my hardening oil tank just to make it fit. And then we put it back into the heat treating oven at 575 degrees for about 4 hours to temper it. For the haft on the Skyrim Orcish, I'm using a piece of red oak that was 3 inches square and cut it out on the bandsaw. Then took it to the belt grinder and ground away all the wood in just a rough hewn kind of appearance. If this was made by an orc craftsman, he wouldn't have access to a belt grinder. He would have done everything with an axe. So I'm making the belt grinder look like it was axe cuts. I'm using the knuckle from a buffalo femur for the bottom of the axe handle. I have a storage container just filled with the weirdest stuff. People come in and going, hey, we're looking for a bunch of wildebeest horns, or in this case, buffalo femurs. The epoxy glue that I mix together is an industrial adhesive. The steel will rust away, the bronze will corrode and eventually disappear, the wood will get eaten by termites, but that epoxy glue will be there for hundreds of years. I took a strip of leather that I cut into a spiral, leaving torn edges on the leather, and then barge cemented that over the shaft of the axe handle in a crisscross pattern. Right now I'm just patterning out the pocket that will hold the blade together with rivets. I have a sheet of 80,000 silicon bronze that I have my assistant Brian beating the hell out of on the anvil just to give it some orcish kind of texture. My initial idea was to make the wrap going around the shaft not out of bronze but out of steel, and I decided to use bronze to give it an interesting two-tone kind of effect. I'm making another 2 collars and a spike cover that'll go over the end of the wooden shaft, and that'll attach to the piece of silicon bronze that holds the steel blade. It's actually more difficult to make an older, cruder looking weapon because I have to put in all the profiles and details and everything and then intentionally age it and distress it. This axe came out really orcish, if that's a word. The hammered bronze, the rough hammered steel, the rough hewn oak shaft, and the raw pieces of leather on there, and the buffalo knee joint on the bottom of it. Thanks for watching Man-at-Arms. Be sure to subscribe. Tell me in the comments what weapon you'd like to see next.